Okay, I'm starting off where I left my last Kerbal Space Program stream. At least as soon as this finishes loading. So, mic's fine, I think. Still a bit noisy, noisier than I like anyway. Because I've got a very horrible microphone. Very horrible microphone. Okay. Desktop audio is about the same level as the noise from my mic, so that's fine, I think. Okay, let's continue. Start game. Resume saved. This test world I made specifically so I could see how they did their planes. And if I can't get it working again, I'll be going back and looking at their planes. Their default planes. Okay. So we have a Kerbin in orbit somewhere. I believe he is... There he is. Okay. I cannot do maneuvers, unfortunately. I really ought to figure out what I need for maneuvers. If I upgrade, patch conics, that's the tracking, mission control, flight planning, aha. Upgrade that, and now I have like no money. Flight plan available. Okay. Actually, since I'm here, let's take a look and see if there's anything for the moon. Destinations, decoupler into orbit. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to the moon. Oh. Do I have to fly? Probably have to fly. Okay. Can I do planned maneuvers now? Yes, I can. Thank goodness. Okay. So I've gone to the moon. Let's go ahead and review the science that I have. I've review stored data. Space high over the moon. High over the moon. High over the moon. Okay. Crew report still high over the moon. I think that's from my data. Yep, crew report, Mystery Goo, and EVA all high over the moon. I don't think I'm going to get all that close to the moon. Let's go ahead and warp here. Okay. Now let's go back to staging and check and see. I'm probably still high over Kerbin. Crew report. Yep, still high over Kerbin. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and observe the materials bay. Yeah. Keep experiment. Let's do an EVA. Okay, let's... Oh, shoot. R. Okay. D. Control, hopefully. Nope. I. T. Does it help? No. I'm going to get out of here and check the controls for RCS. Quit to main menu. Exit to main menu. Back. Settings. Input. Rotation. Kerbals. Forward, back, velocity, jump is base, EVA. R is toggle, move forward, move back, left, right, up is left shift, not space. Okay. Not what I expected. Okay. Cancel. Start. Let's see if I didn't actually look to see if it's saved before I got out. This is not going to be fun. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm flying Jebediah Kerbin. Okay. Left shift is up. Damn, I really wish EVA was easier. Yeah, I know that's empty. Ouch. Collect, remove data, and grab. Ah, that was annoying. Board. Thank you. Okay. So, let's go ahead and toggle map again. Let's go ahead and warp until we're out of moon influence at the periapsis of 10 million. Meter. Oh. Okay, I'm going to wait till it gets way over here in 6 days. Okay. Contracts. I really need to work on that. I guess I'll go ahead and head back to the Space Center. No data, no signal. Comnet network is not good. Time mode. Space Center. Okay. Okay, space plane hangar. Okay, let's go ahead and get a fuel tank, because that's kind of important. And another fuselage. Okay. Now let's get the wings. I think I'm just going to go for a standard swell wing, not any sort of symmetry. Okay, there's that. Mass, thrust. I have no thrust just yet. modular intake. I'm going to need a basic jet engine, and I'm going to need another tiny fuel tank. Okay, let's go ahead and put that together. 1, 2. Come on. There we go. And that should have been mirrored. Toggle snap. Makes things easier. Okay, and I want to see where the lift is. It's behind. So this plane is going to be attempting to flip this way due to the dynamics. This is producing torque up and counterclockwise, and this is also producing torque up and counterclockwise. I could counteract that by doing one of two things: moving these down, or moving this up. I'm going to go ahead and leave that for now. I am going to continue building this out a bit. Tail connector, maybe a tail connector. There we go. That really doesn't look all that great, there's the thing. Doesn't... Can I throw a nose cone on it? Nope. Okay. There's a winglet. And that just improves stability. I don't want the tail fin. Okay. And well, let's fly this. Mission Observer Mech 1. I do definitely need to adjust this. Oh. Oi. I hate it when it turns off mirror. Okay. There's that. Ooh, I have an idea. Utility, landing gear. Oh, come on. Did this to me last time. I do need to have a little bit more in the way of winglets. Now let's go ahead and... the elevons really don't work with these wings, unfortunately. I could technically put them in here, though, if I wanted to. Actually, I might just do that. 2 elevons. I wonder if I can... Nope, okay. In place. Let's go ahead and get the landing gear here. Why the... Is that why? Doesn't... Okay, I guess it matters what side you're putting that on. Okay. Well. Let's see how well this plane flies. Save. Who do I want to be the crew? Yeah, let's go with the pilot. Launch. Okay, I don't have any parachutes, so I hope I can land this. Actually, let's revert to spaceplane hangar and actually throw in a couple of parachutes. Aerodyne net? No, it's not. It's utility. Okay, a couple of radial mounts. And I'm going to turn on symmetry yet again to make sure that it's in the middle. Yeah, that's the important bit, to be honest. Everything else can just die. And since the parachute is here... Oh, I need to set up staging too. Okay, see. Since the parachute is here, as long as this bit is heavier than this will hit the ground first and break the fall. Okay, let's see how this works. Let's launch this. Okay, let's turn on SAS. Okay. Maybe I do need to get tail fins for this. I think I do need to add... Yep, okay. Revert to spaceplane hangar. Elbon's not working. Tail fins. Symmetry, please. Okay. I really don't like the way those are. Oh, let's see if I... Okay. Oops. Okay. I think that might actually be level for once. Yep, okay, let's try this. Okay. SAS on. There we go. Thank goodness I don't have anything else on the bank. Get up. I really wish there was more diagnostic information. That was interesting. I'm waiting to watch it again on stream. Rich spaceplane hangar. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let's go ahead and take a look at their stock planes. Leave. Okay, go to main menu. Zoom saved. Test world, load. Okay. Let's load one. Those all look different. Gold stock. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't have all the parts for that. Let's take a look at the velocities. Okay. Center of mass. Center of thrust is above that. Well, I guess I'll head back to my main game. It's main menu. Resume saved. Load. Okay, let's go back to the orbiter. Periapsis. Okay. I need to hit fly. Wait. Can't just do stuff from within the space tracking center. Okay, we should go. Okay, apocalypse, add maneuver. Nope, other way. I want to get the periapsis to under 70,000. I don't care if I skip off the atmosphere. Okay. Well, I need 214 meters a second. Let's see. Got 43 fuel left. Let's toggle map. Well, let's warp to that maneuver node. Warp here. Okay. 2 days. I think I am going to fail those missions, which really kind of sucks. Got 55,000. Okay. What did I get? Oh, okay. That's how I got some money. Warp to next maneuver. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a better idea. Estimated burn, not a number. That probably means I do not have enough thrust to make it back. But let's find out. Okay, toggle map. Okay, let's cancel that maneuver node. Well, actually, I don't know how to do that really. Let's go ahead and warp here. Wait. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with this. Okay, close you. Let's warp here. It might be coming in a bit too hot, actually. Okay. Let's go to staging mode. I still have some fuel left in this. Let's go ahead and do I have? No, I don't have another. Okay. Let's stage and stage. Okay. Now let's go ahead and increase the time warp. Okay, I am now in the atmosphere. I'm turning off SAS. I don't need it on for this. I have issues. Maybe I should have thrown some drone shoots on this. Shoot. I might have come in a bit too steep. Okay, I'm slowing down considerably. Still not safe to do the parachute. Safe to do the parachute. Okay. One Kerbal returned home. Go ahead and speed up time until I'm about 1,000 meters out. Am I landing in the ocean again? Probably. Okay. I could EVA right now, that'd be interesting. Quick save. Is F5 quick save or quick load? I don't know. Oh well. Jebediah, you have one experience right now. How many will you have afterwards? Move slot. Okay. Yeah, let's EVA. EVA report. Yes, it is the most precarious situation. Thank you for your understanding. For science. What's abort action group? Does that mean I would cut that? Yeah, I could cut that. Okay. Let's EVA yet again. EVA report from Kerbins. Okay. Let's board that again and recover the whole thing. Okay. I got 113 science from that. Not bad, not bad. I got 1,000 funds from recovered parts, which is good. And he got some XP. He gained 2 XP. That is great. Excuse me. Okay, next, done. Let's go to research and development and get more of this. Winglets. And that. Okay, I can now take some people into orbit. If I need to. Or recover people from orbit. I don't think I want to do that just yet, though. Next tier all requires 90 science. Pretty much means that I ought to upgrade the science facility if I do that. Because it says that research science limit is 100. Because this has been over 100 in the past, I assume that means that refers only stuff that I collect. Okay, yeah, if I could do that with the rescue mission. Duration 5 years. Current active. Deadline 4 year. Okay. I've got a pretty big deadline on those. Flying to flag on the moon. Science data from... Of course I would get that now. Oh well. 3 tourists I don't have. I don't think I... Destinations and back. Destinations and back. Rescue Kerman. Explore. Ob studies. Of Kerman. Okay, let's go ahead and leave this facility and go back to the spaceplane hangar. I've got more parts for the spaceplane now. Now I also have a probe, okay. Fuel tanks. Fuselage. Fuselage. Engine. Tail fin. Ha! I think those winglets are what I want for the back end. Toggle symmetry. 2 winglets. A tail fin. That actually might be why I was having so many issues. Aerodynamics. I want some swept wings. Just putting them on right now. Hi, Kerbin. And I need engine. Tiny little engine. Okay. Let's get the wheels. Wheels. Actually, let's throw on a cabin. Throw that back on, take that off, throw that away, put this back. Okay, now let's get the landing. So this one is steerable. It will go on the front. These are not steerable. They will go on the back. Okay. Now for the engines. I'm going to go ahead and temporarily place them here. I'm going to turn on the aerodynamic overlay. So mass, thrust, and aerodynamic. Oh. Center of lift appears to be right about the center of mass. This is slightly... just going to go that way. Let's move that up a bit. Okay, let's see how this works. Space observer pass. Mach 1. Save, and let's see if this performs any better than my previous attempts. Major difference being I have replaced the tail fin that I was using here with actual winglets. Okay. And again, I forgot the parachutes. Revert to hangar. And really, I just want the parachutes so in an emergency I can just hit it and run. Symmetry, make sure I get it in the middle. Okay. Save and launch. If I ever do manage to get off the runway and something bad happens, like I start flipping, that's what the parachute is for. I do consider it valid to revert if I crash on the runway. Not so valid if I crash elsewhere. Okay. And I am preparing to lift off. Okay. I probably could have put it down a bit. Okay. 16. Getting close to the end of the runway. 70. 80. 90. Come on. You can do it. You can lift off. Whoa. I need to stop and stay on the track. Congratulations, everyone survived. Okay, let's revert to spaceplane hangar. Take that off. Let's switch it out with straight wing. Sure. Let's throw on a structural. Come on. Okay. Now turn on symmetry. This turn thrust, then turn mass, and aerodynamic. Okay, I need to move. Don't want that. That produces too much torque. Let's try that. See if that helps. Save and launch. Okay. Oh shoot. Staging. Spaceplane hangar. Okay, now let's go. Okay. SCS on. stable, at least in terms of side-to-side movement, than many of the ones that I have done in the past, which is good. Okay, can you lift off? Please lift off. Please lift off before you hit the end of the runway. Well, that works. Okay. This is actually pretty stable. I'm going to turn off SAS. I just have to tilt back and tilt forward. Okay. SAS is now on. Let's do a turn. I need to be pointed up a bit more. I did make it off the runway. Unfortunately, that's because there was a dip. I might need a bit more thrust, but I don't think so. I meant to turn off SAS, not stage. Oh well. Boy. Oops. That definitely should not have happened. I guess the parachute is useless. This isn't work too, technically. Okay, I noticed when I was flying it that I had a tendency to want to go down. That's probably because the center of lift is slightly behind the center of mass. Turn on symmetry. Let's move that up a bit. Okay. Let's see if that does it. It might not. I would not presume that does, unfortunately. Okay. Still slightly behind the center of mass. So it will tend to want to flip. Let's go ahead and throw on elevons. I didn't do that last time. Oops. Okay. Elevons on. Can I throw on another set? Okay. That should help a bit. Save and launch. Okay. SAS on. Why am I not moving? Let's revert the flight to spaceplane hangar. I think I need to rip that off. Put this back on. Let's flip that stuff on again. And rip that off. Put that on. Put this back on. Okay. So I want to go that way, I think. Okay, let's move this up. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. right now. Okay. Save, launch. Okay. I really ought to have a parachute or two. Unfortunately, it didn't end up working last time. Actually, let's go ahead and add a parachute or two. Space plane hanger. T. Parachute. Turn on symmetry. Okay, two there. One here. That should slow it down enough. Save, launch. Okay, save song. Staging, staging, staging. Space plane doesn't really stage, to be honest. Save. Let's try again. I think that the fuel tank that I currently have here in the back is virtually useless. Virtually useless. Okay, the engines are working better. I think their outtake was blocked, which is why they weren't working. Intake definitely was blocked. Anyway. Mic 1. Okay. Right now I'm flying it without SAS. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Revert to launch. It really wanted to flip. Which really sucks. I wonder how they calculate torque and so on. Do they do it for each individual piece? I know that's how I would do it if I was making me. Because you have this, you have that, then you have that going that way. I just do gross each individual piece. And if this isn't getting as much lift as it should be, eventually I'm going as strong as they ought to be. Whoa. Okay. I took off without meaning to. Oops. I got further and it takes off. Spaceplane hanger. Let's take a look at it again. Mass, thrust, lift. That wants to go that way. So let's move. Seriously. Just back a bit. See if that helps. Save, launch. Off again. I've at least gotten to the point where it's lifting off by itself. Okay. Just a second. way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Nope, 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 nope. Recover vessel. Only got 3 grand back. Yep, no XP gain for him. Tracking station. Okay. Time warp to next morning. Okay, it is now morning here. So I want to go across that bay towards Warner's Bane, and then I want to go back over here, and then I'll be good with that. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and recover that debris. Yes, please. I've always wondered if I get money back for debris. Let's go ahead and read this. Yep, I did a flyby of the moon, and we gathered scientific data from the moon. Delete that. Yep, delete things. Okay, so I went flying north. Let's head back to Spaceplane Hangar. Okay, let's launch this. I really wish there was something here in the HUD that let me know where to go. I mean, I can click on this, but I don't know where it is with respect to where I currently am. Okay, let's turn on SAS. Turn on the engines. This is a really odd looking plane. Really odd looking. Oh, dang, I don't have science on it. Oh well. Up. Okay, SAS off. Yeah. Okay, I need to go straight north from here. And I do not have a compass. Wait. Is that the direction I'm pointed, or what? Oi, this is confusing as heck. Map. I think I'm pointed the right direction, but I'm not certain about that. I need to go more to the left. Jodiah is flying yet again. Map. I really need to keep my finger off the space bar. I think I still need I really wish this was on the HUD. Why isn't it on the HUD? It's a location. Unless if I look at the I don't see anything that would be I don't have the direction. Wait, do I? Yes, okay. This does give me the direction, kind of. Let's go ahead and take a look at where I'm going. I'm still not going in the direction I want to. Okay, back to the map. I don't know. I really don't. I think I'm going in the direction. Or is that due to the rotation of Kerbin? That might be due to Kerbin's rotation. I just entered Warner's Main. Okay, let's go ahead and do a crew report. Keep that report and let's turn. That's good at least. Yeah, okay. Toggle map. I now need to be going over here, which means I need to head south by about 30 degrees. Toggle map again. This? Yeah, that's about right, assuming I still be at maximum altitude. Do I want to try to land? because I didn't have an antenna on this, so yeah, let's go ahead and land. Speed up time. Going down, going down, going down, going down, going down. Slow down a bit. And slow down a bit. Okay. Speed up again. Yes, I have a direct connection, except I don't have an antenna. Come on, thank you. Okay. Let's go down and recover this vessel, get some money back. Charge is draining. Okay. We have landed, and turn on brakes, please. Cover the vessel. Now I need to do that again for the other location. Okay. 3.5 science, yes, not that much. I recovered 10,000 funds. I didn't get any reputation gain. However, the important bit is I completed an observational study. I got 13 grand from that. That was the important bit. Now let's get the other one done so I can concentrate on, moon flybys and stuff like that. Or Minimus flybys. So the next one is I pretty much need to go in the other direction. 180-degree turn. Okay. Let's go ahead and launch again. 1 to 2. I could throw in a scientist. Why not? And an engineer. Why not? And replace this pilot. Why not? With Valentina. Okay. Mission flag, I think I won't change it. Okay. Let's launch this vessel. I have almost all my eggs in one basket with a very, very inexperienced pilot. Okay, turn on SAS. I pretty much need to do a roundabout and go in that direction. So I'll take off, turn around. I think I need to be going about 70 meters a second from this point. Okay, there we go. Let's start turning. SAS was sort of that wasn't letting the plane follow its natural inclination. I'm just tapping S right now to make sure that I'm still pointing up instead of down. Okay. Goes Kerbal Space Center. Okay, and now I'm headed south. Let's turn on SAS and pilot Valentina to do stuff. Okay, let's turn on the contract. I need to direction. Assuming I think I am headed this direction, I think I need to point it towards north. So this is off temporarily. Near area FGP. Okay. SAS again. Get this level. Okay. That plane is really, really annoying. I thought it was pointed in the direction of my flight, but it isn't. It's pointed. So I think it's always pointed in that direction, which is again annoying. Again, I really wish that these markers were on the HUD after I've taken a mission, after I've taken a contract. Hopefully I get above these mountains. Valentina is just having a blast. Bob and Bill are also having fun. Oh, wait. Bob isn't. Bill just isn't happy. Valentina is having a blast. Interior overlay. Yep, Valentina is having a blast. And they are looking at each other and going, what have I signed up for? I need to tilt forward a bit to increase air intake. Is this effective airspeed? Okay. Flow is going down. That's not good. That's because I'm going up. Hopefully I am in fact above those mountains. I can't. I don't think I am. Okay. We are going to go through. I'm going to aim for this valley-like area right. Oh, shoot. Right there. This plane is a bit touchy. SAS back on. Okay. How are these doing? Airspeed's going down. Okay, fuel's going up, which is what I really need. Okay. Still going up a bit, which I don't mind too much. Toggle map. I'm going through here effectively, and I'm going to take a turn and go straight east, it looks like. Now let's go ahead and move the report. And I still didn't throw on a antenna, so I can't transmit it, which still kind of sucks. Okay, SAS off. We're going to start turning back east, which is that 270 line. I was headed northeast. And I don't want to have SAS on for this because I am actually turning. I rolled to turn. SAS just means that I'm going in that direction. here and do a little time warp. Toggle that. Having fun, Valentina. I think Valentina is definitely having fun. Ah. I am now in FJP. Let's go ahead and get a crew report. Nope. I could have sworn it said entering area FJP. Oh, above 17,000. I thought was below near area FJP. Okay. I don't think I can hit 17,000 meters in this plane. I think I need to get a rocket. Wait, I thought it was below. The other one was below. Air intake is going down. So airspeed is going down. Fuel requirements still met. Alternator output 53%. I don't think I'm going to get what I want. Okay. I am going to shut this down and land. Okay, crew report. Islands. And now I am doing a nosedive. Shoots. Because why not? And then I'm going to wait for us to hit the ground. Well, Bob, Bill, and Valentina, this is your first flight. Hope you had fun. Really do. And okay. And this is relatively stable. I have to say that I really don't like landing stuff just because I kind of suck at it. Okay. Above 17,000. Okay. Let's brake. Activate a hatch. Crew hatch. Now let's go ahead and just recover the vessel. Yeah, I don't think this plane can get up to 17,800 meters or whatever it was. Yep. Science got 10 grand back from that. And they all gained an XP. Okay, let's take a quick look and see how much that plane cost. 11,000. I lost 1,000 in terms of fuel and stuff. Okay. Leave. Let's do another lunar orbit type dealio. Mission control. Explore Kerbin, ferry 2 tourists safely to their destination. I needed something bigger than that. Next, plant flag, science, data from space around go ahead and get into orbit around the moon. Vehicle assembly building. Okay. I'm really tempted to do a lunar lander. I didn't have any satellite communication stuff, so aerodynamics, heat shield, indefinitely, and then I want to have a parachute on it. How much money do I have? I have 99,000. I actually think I need more money. Don't save, because I think to really land on the moon, I need to upgrade this assembly building. That's going to take 225. Back to mission control. Explore Kerbin Ferry. Test the thumper at the launch site. Okay. So let's go ahead and view the facility. And I'm just going to do a basic suborbital flight. Okay. I need the thumper, which is that one. And I guess I'll go ahead and throw on no, I don't want that. I want structural stack decoupler. That's a big decoupler. Stack decoupler. Okay. And let's throw in another stack decoupler. And there we go. And I think I'll throw in a barometer. I definitely want to recover that though. Barometer can go right there. And then I also want to have a thermometer here. Experimental storage unit, I could probably throw on top of the nose, but I don't need that for this flight. And this is just going to be Thumper Test Rocket. That's the whole purpose of this rocket, to test the Thumper. Okay. I think I get this back. Costs 200. Okay. Save and let's launch this puppy. Okay, I'm going to right click and run test. And then I am going to stay. Try to say this. Oh, jump down is flying in. Okay. And I meant to get the parametric log key. Log key. Okay. Test is complete. Goodbye. Let's go ahead and probably escape the atmosphere for this. Probably should have waited a bit longer. No. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, But this is pretty good. Staging. Staging. Okay, I believe I am now outside of the atmosphere. So, Jebediah, you can do an EVA. And you can take that data. And you can take that data. Let's go ahead. Board. Okay. Log temperature. Near Kerbin. Log pressure data. Near, yeah, Kerbin. Okay, you get to do an EVA again. You get to take data. Where did it go? And take data. And let's go ahead and do an EVA report. Okay. And let's board. And that's in space near Kerbin. Okay, let's go ahead and perform a warp 2. The question is this far enough away from Kerbin to count as orbit high above Kerbin? Okay, well, let's go ahead and log high, yep, and log, yeah, and let's go ahead and EVA and take data and take data and EVA report and board. Can I do, have I done a crew report? I think I have. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do another EVA and pick that up and then drop it off again. Take data, store data, and board. Okay. Toggle map. As debris, I don't know if I get stuff back from that or not. I honestly don't know. I probably ought to just get like a rover or something. A probe rover. More debris. Let's go ahead and warp there. And let's toggle map. Turn on SAS and throw us in retrograde. In vacuum. Okay. Wait. I did that? Oh, I did that one, okay. Log, upper, log, upper. Oi. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Maybe I should throw on a drone shoot. Maybe not. Maybe this is fine. Okay, it is now safe to throw out the parachute. I'll do that as I get a bit closer to the ground. mouse to the ground. EVA. Take data. Take data. EVA report. Yes, it is. Board. Log temp. Log data. Okay. EVA. EVA report. Take. Take. Board. Okay, let's go ahead and EVA again. Let's log. Oops. EVA report. Yeah. Board. Log. From. Log. From. Okay. Did I do a report here? Nope. Okay, well. Let's go ahead and recover the vessel. Let's see what we got. Come on. Usually, thank you. I got 131 science from that. Oh, that's great. I got an additional 3,000 funds from that. Well, I recovered 3,000 funds. I didn't gain any XP, which is fine. And I got about 5,000 from testing the solid fuel launcher. Now let's go ahead and get more stuff. Okay, Poodle. Solid fuel. That'd probably take me to orbit right there. Propulsion systems. I really want to have a rover. Better fuel tanks. More decouplers. A couple of adapters. Nose cones, aerodynamics, inline, cockpit, and a cell. Okay, so those nacelles are completely self-contained. Another air intake. Another intake. An adapter for a nose cone, another nose cone, tail connector, landing, a heat shield, some struts, launch escape system, a parachute, a nice big parachute, and some landing gear. Retractable, that's nice. Winder can, RCS, stabilizer, space exploration. I'll probably grab this one so I can recover some people. Miniaturization. This is for like satellites, actually. This would probably be better. Oh yeah, I've only got 150 science, so I've got to pick what I want to get. I'm kind of tempted to get this one, but I also kind of want this one. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what missions I currently have available before I decide. Ferry tourists, not particularly interested in that. Science data from around the moon would be nice. Let's go ahead and facility. I really think that this is probably a decent enough option. This will get me better. We'll take panels. This would be for permanent usage. Slightly cheaper in each case. Thermal control system. Rechargeable battery. Okay. Anyway, I've got 60 science. Dinosaur to left? Okay. So I'm kind of thinking of doing this one. Just getting data from the moon. Around the moon. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay. I've got 100,000. This will give me 55,000. A couple of science, a couple of rep. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I really don't want to do the observational studies. They're kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get science data from around the moon. I'd like to plant a flag on the moon, but I really don't have the parts for it per se. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the moon orbiter out. Okay, do I have anything I really want to change about it? I do need to reduce the number of parts I have. If I can. Let me think here. What do I have for engines? I still have thumpers. Still have the goo. Well, got a couple of. Let's go ahead and get rid of that and throw a couple more thumpers on. That should get us to space more easily. And I think I'll go ahead and throw take this off, take this off, take that off, throw this back on, and then in science I'm going to add the barometer. Only one, I do not need 4 of them, and a too hot thermometer, and I might as well throw on a communitron. Nah, won't do that. This is going to be the Mark II. Save and let's launch this puppy. Actually, let's change the crew out. I went to Valentina to get some experience. Okay. Kind of went Bob to get some experience too, but I don't have the space for him. Anyway, let's launch. Okay, I wish I knew how much this cost. should have paid attention to that. Okay. Turn on SAS. We are go for launch. I will definitely have atmospheric effects as I leave planets. I probably could have just done this with 3. Get rid of these things. Gets me out to the atmosphere. I should froze. Okay. Dead weight. That way I won't be losing speed as quickly. Hopefully it doesn't hit anything. Get us into orbit. Okay. Which way is the... I think the moon is going this way. Or might be going that way. The atmosphere. Let's go ahead and get in the right direction. Okay. Okay. You. Oh, I am almost there. Let's go ahead and burn. Get into this part. theoretically in orbit. I'm not quite exactly where I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and kill that. 97 and 165. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and descending nodes. Add a maneuver here to tweak that. Is it going up? Yeah, it's going up. Okay, let's go down. Negative 19, 19, 13, 13. Okay, I gotta go. I'll resume this at some point, and I'll be back in a bit. Goodbye. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a good day.